Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Victoria and this is Thyme and Tenderness. Today I'm going to be taking you with me through my vegetable garden. A couple months ago oh hello Layla brought me her stick. A couple months ago I brought you with me as I planted my vegetable garden, and I gave you a full garden tour. I called it my quarantine garden because we expanded our vegetable garden this year by twofold. So I wanted to take you with me as I give you an update to show you guys how everything is going, how all my vegetables are doing, and a few setbacks that I've had along the way. So let's get started. First of all, I want to say it is really bright out, so if I'm squinting a lot, it is because it is super bright out and it is very warm, and we do live on a fairly busy road, so you will hear a lot of traffic in the background, so I do apologize for that. But let's get started with the garden. Alrighty, so here is the vegetable garden this year, and as you can see, if you saw my last video, things look very, very different. So let me go ahead and take you through and show you each and everything that we have growing. Okay guys, so first up we have our squash garden bed. Now this is the first garden bed I did have a setback in. Last time I gave you guys a garden tour, we had 2 zucchinis and 2 squash. Now I have lost a zucchini plant and I have replaced it with acorn squash. One of the zucchini plants, I think a bad bug got into them and ate the zucchini plants, but so far so good. We've been treating everything with neem oil and diatomaceous earth, which are beneficial, and they are organic ways to keep your garden healthy. So once again, we have the butternut squash over here, a zucchini over here, and an acorn squash over here, and everything is doing beautifully. Now, way back in March, you guys came with me as I planted my potato garden over here in this specific garden bed. So as you can see, the potatoes have sprouted, they have taken over. I hope to be harvesting these potatoes sometime next month, so in July. The leaves are starting to get a little bit older as a motorcycle comes by. So the leaves are starting to get a little bit older. So what happens is, how you know potatoes are ready is when all the vegetation either flowers or dies back, or both. So I can see that these leaves are getting a bit older, and there are signs of yellowing near the bottom, so I know all the nutrients are going into the potatoes, and soon I can harvest all the potatoes in this bed. Now in this bed we have all of our carrots growing, as well as green beans. So these are really starting to take off. I can check the carrots by digging very slightly at the base of the green growth to see how they're doing. So far I think we have about a month or so left for the carrots before they're ready, so I think they'll be ready around the same time the potatoes are ready. As for the green beans, they're just starting off and they're getting going, and I'm very excited for them. Now here in this garden bed, things have really taken off. My oregano, I do need to cut back significantly and dry them out and get them ready for storage so that I can have garden grown oregano all year round. We planted 2 tomato plants this year. So far they're growing. We haven't seen any signs of tomatoes yet. We have gotten some flowers, but they have been dying back for some reason. Not producing anything just yet. So we have 2 different types of tomatoes. I am thinking I am suffering from a little bit of blight on one of these tomatoes, but I have been spraying down my tomato plants with some neem oil and copper oil as well. That helps to prevent blight and fungus in a very organic and natural way. Over here we have 4 different types of peppers. We have jalapeno, I think we have 2 jalapenos, and then banana peppers and green and red bell peppers over here. And these guys are doing wonderful. They're just starting to bud flowers, as you can see over here. As far as herbs go, I am very excited to have my chamomile sprouting up. I do have to harvest these flowers to dry so that we can eventually make tea. So this is the first year I've had chamomile, and I haven't gotten too many flowers, but I hope that as the season continues, I'll continue to get more flowers. Now over here we have eggplant, and we're just starting to get some eggplant flowers, which are beautiful. However, I am suffering a little bit from some damage from some bugs. As these bugs we deal with every year. They're called flea beetles or flea bugs. They look like little fleas. But once again, if you treat with neem oil and diatomaceous earth, everything should be fine. It'll help repel these invaders. And my sage is once again doing wonderfully. Came back, it overwintered from last year, and it is doing beautifully. So I just finished watering everything outside, and it is getting to be very warm outside. So I needed to come in and cool off for a little bit. But I wanted to update you with what we have going on inside the house. So last time I showed you guys we had a little windowsill garden going on with some bags that I got off of Amazon. We have since used all of those up, and I liked having plants inside so much that my husband built me a lovely shelf. This is made out of reclaimed barn wood, as well as some brackets that I got from Hobby Lobby I ordered online. But inside I normally have thyme, basil, and I usually have a parsley, but my parsley recently decided to die on me, and I don't know why, so I need to replace my parsley. And then up here is where I keep my chamomile flowers so that they can dry out and I can store them for tea later. So once I cool off from being outside and watering all the plants, I will take you back outside to our side deck where we are still growing lettuce. Okay, a neighbor somewhere is weed whacking, so bear with me. But we're outside on the side deck because we get more shade out here on the side deck, so lettuce really likes shade in the summertime. So I'm going to show you my lettuce. They don't look that pretty, but we're still eating off of them and they're great. So here we are. Here is our lettuce, and as you can see, some of them have gotten tall, but they haven't bolted yet, which means they haven't developed any flower pods so that they can go to seed, but they have been getting taller, I think just for fighting for space, just from the pot that I put them in. Again, I still cut from the outside, working my way in as each leaf gets bigger. I pick the more mature leaves, same over here. And they have been doing really well, and we have gotten much more use out of them than I anticipated, and I am really enjoying them. And then as for my little pot that I had for the parsley, yeah, the parsley died and my husband got rid of them, but it seemed that the parsley never took root when I transplanted them. So that is what happened. Well guys, I am back inside trying to stay cool because it is, again, like I said, very warm out. But thank you for watching this video. I hope I gave you a nice little update with our garden. Are you guys growing anything this year in your vegetable gardens, or are you practicing like indoor flower gardening or outdoor flower gardening? Let me know. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see you guys next week, and bye!